Great. So this is how to customize your graph or to customize your charts in Excel. So let me try and see if I can share my screen quickly so as how to do that. Great. So I'm just going to pull, this is my Excel. I'm pulling my Excel throughout. So you see this, I just decided to customize it this way to make it look the way it is. But let me start from fresh and then you look at how it looks like. So we'll take this out, and of course let me say let me say, okay, I'm going to repeat whatever I have here. So maybe this way, I've repeated them. I can just put some figures here, then maybe put another figure there, put some figure here, then just put another figure here. So this way, I'm going to represent it by a graph. So I just highlight the whole thing. You can go to insert, go to recommended charts, and choose any of the chart that you want. If you follow my tutorials, I've already explained every chart and what they are used for. So you can check that video out. So let's say I'm picking this. So you have your chart like this. The next thing is to make sure you do some editing. Customize it the way you want. It's possible you want to say that each of the bar graph you see around here, you want it to have different colors. You can customize it. You can customize this particular section. You can customize whatever section you have here. So let me start with the title. If you don't have a title, you come and see this plus sign here. You click there, and you can see the chart title is here. I can actually remove it. Then the chart has no title. Then we can actually add legend to it. We can come here and then we bring down the values that is attached to each of them respectively. So this way the values are there. So you can see each particular place and the value. Then error bars. The error bars explains a little bit of what is it, extremisms and stuff. So if you do like this, the error bars are going to come in there. Grid lines, you may want to take out all the grid lines here. So it's not going to be a plain background. So when you do that, you won't have it. Sometimes you may want to have a legend. That is if you have different, and of course, if you want to have a trend line, then you can also put in the trend line here. That's one of the ways to customize it. The other ways is to leave this out and come into the main graph. These numbers here, you may want them to have different color, or you may want the entire thing to be filled. Come and click on it, then go to your home, and then you can change it the font style here to New Romans. You can actually increase the font size over there if you want. You can reduce it. If you want the color, then they will become red. You can bold it and then make it italics. They just look beautiful. You can come here the same way. You go to this, you just come and click on one of them. The whole thing will be highlighted. And then I can actually reduce the font size if I want, like I have done. I increase it, I'm going to have it this way. I can make them italics. I can remove the italics and change it to new. And then of course, that's how I want it to be, what to look like. And then I can actually also change the font size like I've already mentioned. So that way the font size is set like this. Now you can change the background of your charts. So you come and click on chart here, you click on chart format. So it allows you to fill the chart background with any color at all that you want. So you see that I'm changing the background with any color that I want. So maybe I want this color, I can put it that way. Now, these bars you have here, we can decide to change each of the bar with a specific color that we want. I can come and click on this bar, right click on that. You will see on top here something like fill and then shape. If you click on this, you are allowed to just edit only or to change the colors in general. So I've changed the colors, but in this case, I'm dealing with only this one. So I'll right click on it again. And then in that case, I can change only that particular color, maybe to yellow. And the same way, if I come here, I can change that particular color to maybe to red. Then I can change this color to right. Just click on it, right click, and then you can come here and fill it with, let's say, with deep blue. And then right click on it, and perhaps, and then you fill it. Maybe with a, maybe this faded, maybe a green. It's already green, so there's no point. Maybe a purple will do. Then I jump one of the greens and come and then fill this one with, let's say, blue. And of course, maybe the last one I can fill it with brown. I can fill it, or I can fill it with this color. So now I have customized the whole thing. If you want to also make sure that the numbers down here, or sorry, the names down here, the labels, you can as well also come and click on that. You go to your home, and then you can change their color over there. You can click on this and select maybe this deep blue, and then make it bold. If you make it bold, then you can reduce the size more. Of course, we can also fill the entire space there, and so we can fill any of them. Maybe with this, maybe with some. We can have the whole background or each of them having shade. So I'm giving it a different shade that I want. I'll give it this shade. If you want to fill the entire text box, you go to format, then you can see the fill in here, and then you can fill the same thing. It's the same thing there. Maybe, yeah, I can have it over here. And so I'm just going to click from there, and then I come and click on this again. Immediately you see that the arrows change. You have this 4 arrows on your cursor. Then it's time to make the kind of filling that you want to do. Then you can fill it. Then you customize it to the best way that you think is possible for you. And that's how we're able to customize it and do it this way. Then maybe if later on you are not having the chart, you want to add a title, you come to this. You can see that we have chart title here. I can just do that. Now go to this particular formula bar, and then you type the title. Let's say that we are looking at let's say zonal distribution. You just simply come and type the zonal distribution. Okay, and then when you click enter, it will come and take over from here. It will just enter there. You can highlight from that, come and click here and change it to Times New Roman if you want. You can make it bold, italics. You can actually give it a color if you need, and then that is it. Then your chart title is ready. Now you can, maybe after this you wanted to add grid lines to make it look a little bit so the grid line, you can actually click on this arrow to have more grid. This is a primary, this is secondary grid. You can have the what deep grid, and then you can have all sort of grid, like what line that you need, and then they will be there. Now these are the various ways through which you can customize your graph to look according to the way that you want it to look like in Microsoft Excel. Maybe after you've finished, and maybe you don't want this chart type, you could actually change the chart type. You see, when you come to this particular arrow here, then there are various ways through which you could have changed it. but you needed to have done that before you do the customization. So if you come and click here, or when you click on it automatically, you can have something like something. When you click on design, you're going to have chart types on top here. I can just click on chart types, you see, and maybe I no longer want it in this. Maybe I want it in the pie chart format. But when you click on pie chart, all the editing you have done will remain the same. The colors will be accordingly, and then you will have your pie chart ready. And then I can just click on that. I can choose any of the pie chart I want. If I want the donut chart, then it's going to be the same way. If I click on that, it's going to change into a donut water chart. And then in that case, if I want, I can add labels to it, and then the labels will be there. When you click on this small arrow, then you have more options as to how you want to add the labels. You can add the labels with names. You can add the labels without the names. You can add the figures. And so if I come here, I will have series names, and then I don't want the series name to be there, like rate. So what I do, maybe I want a value from a cell. I don't want that. Then I want category name, so I will simply come and click on the category name here. So I need to remove this. So come and click on category names, and all the categories, their names will be added to the charts. And that's how it is. When you click on the charts like this, then if you click on the charts, let me click outside here and come and click on the chart, the edge here, one of the edges here. When you highlight like this, it allows you to be able to give you can add you can do different colors, you can fill it, or the outlines. You can choose the outline that would be best for you. Maybe in this case we want orange outlines, so it will give it orange outlines everywhere. You see orange outlines. Of course, when you also click on it like this, you can actually increase the charts area. You can see on your right hand side what we have here. You can increase it from here. This is around 0%. So if you want it to be so you can do all the editing that you need over there, so the separation will be there. If you don't want, you can also make sure that you reduce this so that they get to the limit. Come to this one, and then so that's orientation. You can reorient your charts into the way that you need it, and then you are very okay. I can come here and then do this to make sure that I narrow the grid lines, or sorry, the lines that actually divide one section to the other. And so I can just do that to make sure that and then maybe I narrow it a little bit more, and then that is all. Then you rotate it, and that's all. When you are finished, you just close it from here. Or maybe let's say I wanted it to all the names to to come inside, so I do it this way. So you can just play around here, and then from there you are good to go. So when I am done here, I can just simply come and close from there, and then you come and click. So when you click on one like this, go and click on your home, and then I can make them bold. Maybe I can give them different colors. If I come here, I could actually give them white. All of them will be white colors, then in that order. These are various ways to which you customize your chart type, and then you are good to go. And so here we have added the names, and then we can always remove it. If you don't need the names to be there, you can always remove it. Follow the same procedure, uncheck the box, and then you are good to go. The same way, all this editing we have done, if I click on it, you go and click on design, you can equally choose any of the templates which are here, and then it will suit you. So I could have maybe just chosen this one, but later maybe I may not want this kind of arrangement. So what I will simply do is to come and click here, and then remove labels. Then I can have them this way. Then maybe I can add my label this way. If you want the labels to customize it, you follow the same procedure like I mentioned earlier. Then you are good to go. Now, when you are done everything, you can save it or you can copy it. Maybe this one here, you don't want it to be on the left hand side, sorry, right hand side. You want it to be on the right. So you simply come and click on it, and then or maybe just go to your legend, and then you click on this, and then you select. You want it to be on the left. So when you click on left, it goes to the left. If you want to be on top, it will be on the top. If you want to be bottom, it can be on the bottom. So you can actually customize it the way you want. Now, when from here, if I don't want you see that each of the figures has some kind of highlight, what is it? So some kind of shade. Maybe I can remove those shades. If I come, or if I just, you can remove those shades by you just click on any of them. If I click on any of them like this, then you can see fill here. Then the fill, I will come and say no fill. So it's going to take all of them out. So you can see that none of them has any fill again. And then it's going to be the way it is. There are several ways through which you can just play around. So if I click over here, it allows me to be able to make the chart a little bit bigger. Yeah, maybe the chart is quite bigger now. I can actually stretch this out so that it covers from one part to the other, here up to the other side, so that it lines the way I want it. There are text boxes, so you can do anything that you want with them, and then you are good to go. And so there are various ways through which we can actually deal with this. I've already indicated how to be able to change the background color here. Said when you click on the chart, you see format very close there. And then if I come here, then I can choose whatever background that I want, and then I'm good to go. So let's say I want to choose this background that looks a little bit brighter, but it's always good to choose a background that contrasts the actual figure outlay. Some backgrounds will actually fade off, and it doesn't allow you to see. So you can just choose any of the background that suits you. So I will just choose this one. This color, maybe at this point, you may want it to be a deep blue, and then you're good to go. Of course, that title too, you can actually shift it a little bit, and then that is going to go up. So there are various ways through which you can do all this editing and stuff. Like I've said, you can always come here. If you don't want this chart type, you can always come here and look for another one, and then you pick that one, and then you are good to go. If it is a line graph, look at it as well. I could just click on it, so it changes to a line graph. And then in that case, maybe you may want the line to have a different color. You click on the line, and then you come here, you have fill. So when you do that, then the color, you just simply that one, you go to the outline. Maybe you want the color to be this, so it's going to be like that. And of course, we can as well also reduce the size. We can let it be very thin, and the number says the same way, just like the way we were doing it. So if I come here, maybe I want to remove this shade, so that the shade is no longer there. So you just simply click on this one. You go to your home tab, then we have or something here, but I don't want it, so I'll say no fill, and then that's it. So everything is. So maybe I don't want this thing to be there. I'm just going to move it to this place. It's actually a kind of a legend. Sometimes when you have all this displayed too much, you simply just come and right click on it, and then you say hide all field, hide all field, and then so I'm going to click open here, and then I'm going to come here and say, well, this one is in, and then it will hide all the field, but here you can just leave it this way if you want. So these are the various ways through which we can actually make sure that we have, or maybe I don't need this, so I will just take it out, and then you just delete it, and then that is it. So there are some, anywhere you click on something there, just right click on it, you're going to have different formatting criteria within there, like to format the plot area. So you can just look at the plot area, and then you are good to you can go to fill here. I can fill it with there's no fill. I can fill it with a solid. I can fill it with a gradient. I can fill it with a picture. Then I can fill it with any pattern at all you see on top down here. So check. If I click on this, you click on that, you're going to have all sorts of patterns. And then, yeah, maybe you may want it to look this way. Then you're good to go. So you just choose any of the patterns around here. What is it? It looks like this looks very fine for me. I think the first one is much more clearer. And that is it. When you finished, you just close it, and that is all about it. Even with that, there are other customization that you could do. So maybe if I come here now, I need to change the background to suit what I have here. So maybe I come to my format, and then I'm going to come here and say, maybe I don't want the chart to look this way. And so you can always, change, edit your charts on Microsoft Excel to the best way that you want. You can give it the best graphics, and then you are good to go. One of the things you should know is, like, you should already know your contrast of colors. I come here, maybe I want all this to have red color or blue. Maybe all of them will change to blue. Yeah, as you can see, they are all in blue now. So that is it. If you click here, you will only edit the chart area. If you click here, you go to format, then you are likely to fill it with maybe to fill it with something that's a little bit greenish, so that it will match with the green color that we already have. Yeah, so maybe this one may be better. So that is it. That's your video for today, how to be able to edit or customize your chart to look the way you want in Microsoft Excel. Mostly, yeah, I think it's okay. Yeah. Okay, when you finished, this is what you do. You just just click on it, and then you copy it, take it to your Microsoft Word. Then when you go to your Microsoft Word, like I have here, I have some other chart I did earlier. Then maybe I will just come here, then I will just click like this, and then when I paste it this way, it will paste like the way I can edit it from this particular place. This one, you are using the destination. It means the way it was at Microsoft Excel. You are placing it at Microsoft Excel here. Here, you are keeping the source editing, and you can also edit from here. This place, when I paste here, anything I am doing on Microsoft Excel, it will also be correspondingly changing around here. So that's what we mean by the source editing. For instance, let me paste it here. You see, so I'm keeping the source editing. Now let me go back to the source. This is where the Microsoft Excel is. Then I'm going to come here and then try to see whether if I can change the background and see something. So I've changed the background. Let me go to Microsoft Word. So if I come here, it's supposed to have updated from this place. I don't know why it is not. It should have updated from here. But that's what we mean by the source editing. You can also paste it as a picture, then in that order. You paste it as a picture, and then you are good to go. So for instance, okay, so I've done some editing here. If I copy it again, or I don't even have to copy it again, and I think, yeah, so it's good to go. You're good to go from here. It means that you can do all sort of editing from here, the same way, just like we were editing from Microsoft Excel. So these are the various ways to which you are able to. Thank you. Okay, so that's the video of today. If you like what I do, you support me by sharing and then liking the video. Thank you. Bye-bye.